So what's up and welcome to LEGO Connections. Today we've got a LEGO Marvel Superheroes review for you. This is one of the 6 Infinity War sets from the movie that came out in 2018. This is set number 76103, the Corvus Glaive Thresher Attack, with 416 pieces, 5 minifigures, and it retails for $40 in the US. And now I got mine at Fred Meyer for $31, which was a pretty good deal. And I think it's a really good deal for that price. I think $40 is a little bit much for what you get, but it does have 10 cents per piece, which is a good ratio. Before we get into the actual set, I just want to show the box here. It's got some nice artwork on it. It's got the Fred Meyer sticker on it because that's where I purchased it. But yeah, you can see there, and then you can see it's got minifigures and stuff there. But then I thought something that is a little more interesting is the instruction manual. So it has 3, but it has 2 small ones here and then 1 bigger one, which I just thought was an interesting way to do it. I'm surprised they didn't combine these 2 or something. But I just thought that was something that was interesting that you guys would like to know. Now, without further ado, I think we should dive in and look at the full set. Alright guys, so we're just going to look at the full set for a second and look at some play features. I just want to say first that I was pleasantly surprised by this set. This was definitely the Infinity War set that I wanted to get the least. I still wanted to get it, but it is the last one that I picked up. But I was very pleasantly surprised by the features in the set. There's quite a few play features in here, and it's a nice looking little build. And also, over here you can see there's a peg here, so if you want to get more, you can make a longer wall and kind of build a huge Wakandan wall, which is kind of cool. I do kind of like that. Even though the set is $40, it's a little expensive to get a bunch of them to build the wall, but you can do that if you choose. So for now, we're going to take the minifigures off to the side, and we're just going to look at the set here. These are the 2 main parts of the set. We've got the tower and wall for Wakanda, and then we've got the Thresher thrower attack thing. This is, if you've watched Infinity War, this is actually pretty accurate. There's these big spinny saw blades, and this is kind of a cool feature. You can just push down on this big red button, and it launches the Thresher all over the place. The Thresher is kind of a nice little build here. It does spin, which is pretty cool. So if you want to just use it as spinning, it's got these nice big saw blades. So I do kind of like that. And then this just uses like one of those bionicle pieces to use the shooting mechanism. It's a little springy, and then it's got some nice like plant pieces. So it kind of blends into the background, kind of like it's outside where the Thresher would be shot from. So if we move that to the side, we can then look at the tower. So the tower here is the biggest part of the set, and it's got actually the most play features, so I thought we would show that off. So up here, there's some turrets here, and these are all stud shooters. So if you click the top button, it shoots purple studs, and that's kind of cool. It's nice to get those purple studs there. I'll grab this stud in a minute to put it back on there, but there are 4 up top there, and then down here, actually, there's another little play feature, another launcher, and if you just watch here, you can push this little lever in the back under the seat, and you can push that, and it shoots one of these discs. And if we grab it, this is what the disc looks like. It's just it's just a tile disc, but that's a pretty cool feature. I do like that it shoots that off. That's one of my favorite shooting devices, and it actually works really well, just like the stud shooter, so it does a really good job. And I also like the detailing here, these gold rods. I think it really adds something to the set. And these windows look really nice, even though these are all stickers. There are 3 stickers here on each of these. There's some stickers here. There's one here. There's a lot of stickers in this set, but I think it's okay because they add a good look to it, but I do wish that they were printed. This is also important, so let's say you have the Thresher. This can be pushed, and we'll see what that does on the other side, but this is just kind of like a big pushing button that you can use. You can hit it with the Thresher. It's kind of like the big play feature of the set. I can show you right now. I'm not going to actually launch it because my aim probably wouldn't be that good, but if this comes up, this can come in and hit that right there. And this is just the Thresher piece that we saw earlier in the review. It comes in and hits that. We'll see what that is when we flip the tower around. Another thing that we can see here is there's a nice little mechanism to open the door, which I kind of really like this. This is built really well. There's some interesting technique done in there, and I really enjoy how they built this. This is one of my favorite parts of building the set, but it's kind of like a drawbridge, and you can open it up. It's pretty cool. I really like how they did that. If we turn the set around, this is what it looks like on the back. There's some more stickers here in these two places and one right here. And you can see these stickers better here. These windows also open, which is a little interesting thing to note if you want to maybe bust open a window or something. Those are there for play features, and this bends a little bit, which is kind of nice. It adds a little dimension to the wall. But there are a couple play features that we kind of saw on the outside here. This lever right here, this is what you use to push the circular tile out, and then Vision is sitting here in this bed, and we're going to see why in a second. So if you remember that little button out in the front that the Thresher can push on, the big circle, if you push it, Vision flies up, and sometimes you can get him to fly out of the chair as well, which is a fun little play feature. You can get Vision to fly out into the air, kind of like he does in Age of Ultron, actually, when he gets out of his pod, which is pretty cool. I really like that play feature. I thought that one's kind of nice. And then you can just see there's some nice detailing here. Then up here there's a balcony. There's some walking space for your minifigures, so you can put your minifigures up here to watch the wall, or up here there's just some nice placement area to put your minifigures. You can put them down here too in the doorway area, so they're kind of guarding. It's just nice. And then we also have a chair at this kind of computer station where you could put Shuri. We'll put Shuri in there since she's kind of the tech genius. And she's got her gloves on right now, so she's not fitting there really quite well, but she's got a little chair there, and the minifigures fit in there fine when they don't have their big gloves on. So those are the main play features of the set. I think they're actually really nice. It's got some really nice play features here, and it's detailed really well. I think the tower looks quite nice. Especially if you could get a bunch of them and line them up. I think it would look really cool. You could have like a full Wakandan fortress, which would be kind of nice, and you could even make it a circle because they've got these like bending parts. So overall, I think this is pretty cool. But now we're going to look at the minifigures and see what comes in the set in the way of minifigures. Alright, so here are the 5 minifigures that come with the set. I thought it'd be important to quickly mention that this set you do get the Mind Stone. It comes with 4 of the Mind Stones, so if you're trying to collect all of the Infinity Stones, you gotta make sure you pick this one up. To get the Mind Stone, it does come with 4 stones, and you can just kind of pop them off of the ring. And they all go into Thanos' gauntlet. But now, with that slight detour, let's look at the minifigures. So this set comes with Shuri, the Black Panther, Vision, and Outrider, as well as Corvus Glaive. I think the minifigure selection of this set is really good. A lot of them are exclusive, so Corvus Glaive, Shuri, Black Panther, and I think Vision is in some other sets, but his printing is still really good in this one. This is a nice cheap way to get him. I think these guys all look really good. Especially Shuri, Black Panther, and Vision. I think their printing is really nice. I really like how they did Shuri's hair and her jacket, and I like that they gave her these little fist things to use like she does in the Black Panther movie, even though she doesn't do much fighting in Infinity War. And if you turn her around, you can see she's got more printing back there, and she does also have 2 faces as well. There is another face on the back here, as well as a face on the front. And you can see those, and I think there's some pretty nice detailed faces there. I like how they did them. Next, we've got the Black Panther, and this minifigure is actually kind of special. As you can see here, he actually has openings where his eyes are, so you can actually see his eyes through the mask, which I think is kind of nice since we've already gotten the Black Panther minifigure without the eyes. And pretty much every Black Panther minifigure that's been made has had just brilliant printing. The printing is so detailed on these guys, and they did a really good job with the Black Panther. He's got this detachable part right here. He's not a double-sided head, but that's okay because he looks awesome and he's in his suit. I think they did a really good job with the Black Panther minifigure. Moving on to Vision. He also looks really good. He's got some really detailed printing here. Let's see if we can get it to focus on him. But his printing looks really good here. He's got one of the more fabric capes, which is kind of nice. These just feel better and they kind of work better on minifigures. But if we pull that up, you can see the printing extends around all the way to the back, and it looks really good there too. It's also on the back of his head there. He also doesn't have a double-sided face, but that's because he is bald, so he just has the one-sided face. But he still, I think, looks really good. He's a really detailed minifigure, and I really like the Vision minifigure that they've made. Then here, we've just got an Outrider. This guy comes in pretty much all the Infinity War sets. This set only comes with 1 of them. Some of them come with 2 of them, but I think this guy looks pretty good. These guys have some really good detailing. As you can see, they've got the 4 arms here. These are all opposable. Then they've got the 2 on front that are also opposable. They've got some really good detailing, and then if we take this off, you can see some printing on the back as well. So there's printing all over him, but some of it's just obscured by this little arm holder, which I think is okay, because then you get the forearms and they just look really cool. They've got that nice face that kind of looks like a mouth is just open and they're ready to attack, which I think is really cool. And then moving on to Corvus Glaive, he's got this really cool staff, which is brick built. It's really big and kind of hard to get him to balance with, but I think it looks pretty good. So this is what that one looks like. It's nice. It's quite large. It's hard to get him to stand with it, but then here we have Corvus Glaive. I think he looks really quite good as well. You can see here, he's got some good detailing on him. I'm going to move these other minifigures out of the way so we can take a look at him. He's got some pretty quality detailing on him. He also has a two-sided face, so if we look around, he's got kind of a happier face and more of an angry face, but then he's got this nice hood. Then he has a nice, like, ripped cape, which looks really detailed. I really like this ripped cape style, and if we flip this up, this is made out of the older cape fabric, but if we flip it up, you can see there's also some printing on the back, which also looks pretty good. He just has some nice printing on him. He's got a really cool torso piece here that I can see being used for some nice custom minifigures. So that is all the minifigures for this set. Whoops, that guy likes to fall down because of those arms on his back. It's a little heavy there, but these are the 5 minifigures in the set. They are really cool. I really like them. There's some really nice printing on these guys. So if you're looking for any of these minifigures, I definitely recommend picking the set up for them. Alright guys, so to end out the review, I'm just going to tell you my general thoughts about the set. I think it's a pretty good set. I think that it's not the best Infinity War set from the Marvel Superheroes line, but I do think that it's a quality set that was well put together, well designed. It has some really great minifigures, however. The minifigure selection is really good in this set, and it's also got some really good play features here, so it's a really good set for a younger audience, especially because of all the play features that it has on it. You got some good guys, you got some bad guys. It's just really well done in that way. It's only $40, so it's not the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive either. So it's within a solid price range, and it is at that 10 cents per piece price range that we like to see, so that's good. Overall, I think it's a pretty good set. If you guys are collecting the Infinity War sets, I definitely recommend picking this one up. It looks pretty good, and I really like how the Wakanda wall looks. It looks very nice, and it'll look really good with the other Infinity War sets all stacked up to get this nice Wakanda battlefield going like in the movie. I think it'll look really good. So that's going to end the review. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you really enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on LEGO Connections.